WrestleMania is finally heating up. See what I did there? Because it's called Ember, and Ember's heat. Yeah, fire, volcanoes. Yes, Ember Rarity drops on Wednesday. And in this video, I'm going to show you something unprecedented, never done before. I'm not bigging myself up too much, I promise you. We're going to be looking at not one of these brand new cards, not two of these brand new cards, not 3, 4, 5, but even 10. 44 of these brand new cards you're gonna see for the first time. Thanks to the guys at SuperCard for sending them over to me. But we're also gonna have a look at everything going on in this month, including the new event, which is WrestleMania inspired. Then, now, together, forever. It's a new era, guys. It's just what we do. They have laid the table out, and it is a feast of content. There's no holding back. The brand new event on its own is going to feature 12 new special edition cards. There's even some individual ones dropping during the event as well. We don't have too many other details about the event, but we know that on Wednesday it drops with the rarity and the new battle pass, and obviously new boom, new campaign, etc. You might be saying, this is all well and good, JB, but what does it look like? Well, if you haven't seen the thumbnail, well, you're about to see a absolutely monumental return. For one, Brie Bella is back. And there's definitely a theme that there's more tag teams in this, so maybe we're gonna see some more flip cards. The last one we got being Batista, but we've got Nikki Bella and Brie Bella, and I'm gonna leave my favorite card of this rarity until the very last. The first time I saw it, it was like an angel calling from the heavens, a warrior calling from Valhalla. Comments down below, I'd like to know which of these images is your favorite, or what my freebie's gonna be when this drops on Wednesday. It is going to be a heck of a busy week, I can tell you that much. Oh boy. We've got 2K26 dropping this week on top of Ember Rarity, and then Now Together Forever. One thumbs up or like equals one prayer for my editor Paddy, who's going to go through it. He's already scared. To say this rarity is going to start off with a bang is an understatement, because we're getting possibly the easiest female event card we've had forever. In fact, this female event card, which is coming up on Thursday for Alexa Bliss, is going to be easier to get than the Natty card we just got. Make it make sense. Starting off with Ring Domination, moving into Giants Unleashed. This is the schedule you can check out yourself, but man, lots of stuff going on. It's definitely a Road to WrestleMania-like rarity, so it's going to be probably about a month, maybe a month and a week long. WrestleMania being around about the 20th of April. Let's see what it's got in store for us. First of all, the brand new event, then Now Together Forever. As much as I am excited, it has to be better than the Royal Rumble one, because that, well, some people would say toxic. It wasn't great. So hopefully this one is going to be much better. And it's going to include 12 brand new special edition cards based on some of the epic eras of WWE. Is this a possibility that this is like the Valor rarity from last year, so it will just be a WrestleMania rarity? Or are we destined to get 2 more? Will including all these legends in this event now make a big difference to what happens going forward? Maybe, but after Ring Domination, we're going to get our second set of these Then, Now, Forever cards. They are not stopping. It is all gas, no break. And that's not a Jacob Fatu reference. I'm sure, though, he is going to be in the rarity at some point. We've got 3 new special edition cards dropping on the 9th. We then have a 1, 2, 3 kid drops with a new special edition on the Wednesday. And on the Friday, this is the big one. I can imagine more people are looking forward to this than most of this rarity. The 2K26 card event drops on the 13th of this month, which just so happens to be the release day, which I predicted this in a video, which I'll just put over here. Wait, that's not a video, that's Rhea Ripley. Brand new card, and I love some of these live pictures, including Royce Keys returning. And yes, if you missed out on his card in the backstage store, this will be the first opportunity for you to get one. He has kind of disappeared. He debuted and then gone. I'm sure they're just holding him back for the right time. Maybe it's a surprise he's going to drop in before WrestleMania. Maybe his first opponent's going to be Danhausen. I can't talk dirty about Danhausen. The guy is bloody amazing, and he's going to make WWE more money than WrestleMania. It's crazy. He was a merch machine for AEW, and I cannot wait for the very nice, very evil man to make his mark. Probably on NXT, I imagine, but maybe his main roster bound. You know, that first promo between him, R-Truth, and Kit Wilson is going to be legendary and toxic. I'm also interested to see what we do with the Battle Pass this time, because I've got a feeling that based on when it starts, that might be 2K based as well, but we don't have any confirmation of that. 316 day probably is going to bring something stone cold related to the game. Maybe it's a new card or maybe something different. It would make sense considering, you know, he's part of probably 1 or 2 or 3 of these eras that are going to be featured in this event. The 18th brings another 3 special edition cards and Last Man Standing, which thank God it's not PCC. I would prefer a Flash Last Man Standing because I love that, but I also totally understand if they don't. Why not a Flash ranked event and a Flash event? You know, a regular event to then go into War Games. Can we just stop with War Games? I just get tired of it, man. War Games and Road to Glory are like my least favorite modes because they just always happen. That's looking like the tail end of the rarity. Probably going to be the War Games leading into the next event, which will then lead into the following week, which will probably be the new rarities for WrestleMania. Then finally, we have a Kairi Sane special edition card dropping in on the 25th. Nothing else coming in. So it's worth stating from the get-go that this is going to be a short rarity, but just because it's short doesn't mean it's going to be dull. Like I promised, there is a ton of cards that you guys need to see, including this Bronson Reed. Now, he's going to be out for a while thanks to that just weird, terrible injury, the worst kind of way to ruin your WrestleMania plans, but he's there, and I love the tail feathers wrapping around the volcano. This pro animation is going to go so hard. Is it a bit Inferno-esque? Yes. Does it feel a teeny tiny bit samey? Maybe, but I still think it's going to be good. I'm more excited to see the special edition cards, the ranked event, and the event cards. And yes, I'm even looking forward to seeing Charlotte Flair, who also has arrived. And usually she's one of the better ones for the rarity. She's not going to be at WrestleMania as a main attraction this year, so it's good to see her, at least right now. But now to the rest of the Amber cards we're revealing in this video, starting with the recently turned heel and partnered up with her husband, Zelina. Followed up by another lady that's just recently turned heel, Zarya. Xavier Woods, another big bad guy. I say big bad guy. You know, he's a softie. He's a teddy bear. But in his character, Boo New Day. I still want my big hat, Xavier Woods. A big old sombrero. Then we've got Tate and Paxley. I know a lot of people who will be very happy about that. Just got to give a lot of praise to the guys at SuperCard. The card design looks fantastic. It's got the Phoenix's tails, as you can see. There's one around the body and 2 near the bottom by the volcano. And this actually was shown in a little leak that they accidentally did yesterday with a pack for the limited edition AJ Styles. You may or may not have seen this, but I managed to get the ripped files. And yes, as you can see, it is the logo for this rarity, it looks like, and the card back inside the box. So for those of you who haven't already worked it out, we're going to be getting those packs in the new rarity. I can't wait to see what the pro animation is going to be like. But I also can't wait to see the other half of Harlem Heat, because we got Stevie Ray here. And that only means one thing, sucker! Onto Sami Zayn, potentially being hinted at that he might have a role, at least, in the WWE Championship match at WrestleMania. I would definitely not be against Sami Zayn main eventing another WrestleMania. But if I'm against anything, it's the continued abuse of Pete Dunne. Rayo, I just want the bruiserweight. Nathan Fraser, that's good. That's also very speedy. Has he always been tougher than Speed? I don't know. I've never really used him because he's always been kind of now being a lower part, but Matt Cardona's back. Another image for him, the broski, or former broski, sorry, the Indie God Deathmatch King. Zack Ryder 2.0 may be many things, but it'll always be Edge's bitch. Lola Vice is also back in the rarity, but she's definitely not this guy, Logan Paul. I just noticed some of those flames are actually wings. That's That's pretty cool. It's a pretty basic image, although I like the fact he's got the Nux. The drone from 2 battle passes back might be very useful for this man, even though he's not really a toughness dude. Lexus King is next. I wish he would just let go and be Brian Pillman Jr., but that's just my opinion. I think he's got a very unique look. LA Knight, yeah, and he's in a lot of flack at the moment for missing a spot, but people are actually not recognizing that Finn Balor also messed up on the ropes that night, and it was the same rope that he messed up on. So I think there's a little bit of shade unnecessarily be thrown in the way of Mr. Knight. Yeah, this guy is definitely happier than LA Knight is right now. Kofi Kingston with the shades. Kendall Gray's back in, and I hope they have her at a little bit of a high level. I don't understand speed and charisma though, because I would have had her down as like maybe a toughest charisma type. But Julius Creed, I'm liking a lot of these live photos now. Ones where they're in matches or they're like doing their entrances and stuff. Then we got Jade Cargill, the current women's champ. I would very much like Mami to beat her, but I've got a feeling that there's going to be some more shenanigans. I don't think we're going to be just Jade and Rhea at WrestleMania. Io Sky is probably the person I reckon we're going to see. Maybe a heel Io Sky or a heel Rhea, possibly. Also, one of the highest rated in WWE 2K26, and I'm very, very happy about that. In fact, I'm going to link a short up here to all the ratings that we know so far that have actually been leaked. Moving on to Ivy Nile. Lots of American Made have kind of fallen off the proverbial creative cliff since Mr. Gable got injured and disappeared, never to return again. All those rumors about El Grande Americano were clearly false. Next up, Mr. Balor had a great match the other night with CM Punk, and I'm hoping he ends up taking the Intercontinental Championship. I personally like Fallon Henley very much, so I'm glad that she's in the Rarity as well. You got Farouk, and I know Bradshaw's here as well. Ethan Page, the former North American champion, and I'm hoping that's because he's coming to the main roster. El Grande Americano, it's not Chad Gable. It's clearly not the same person, okay? Drew McIntyre, I am hoping with him being WWE champ that he is way higher. Like, I'm hoping top 3 or 4 maybe in this one. Dominic Mysterio, I love Dominic, but I do hope he lets go his tight grip of the Intercontinental Championship, because his reign has been about as good as his hairstyle. You know, nothing against mullets, but I think it's the curtains that do it for me. Damian Priest also dropping in with a brand new card. Chris Sabin, hallelujah, is back in. Brutus Creed with another live action shot. Braun Breaker is in the Rarity as well, to backing up his friends of Logan Paul. Bravo also making his return. There's Bradshaw. This is the old Acolytes, Bradshaw and Farouk, not the APA. There he is, the five-time Booker T. Harlem Heat style, because, get it guys? Heat. Fire. Becky Lynch, a former Intercontinental Champion. I don't want to have any lawsuits from her about her performance, so I'm just gonna move on. Bayley, that's a much better pick. I got so much flack on Twitter the other day for even suggesting that she's better than Bianca Belair, and Bianca Belair is special. She's incredible, but there's only one Bayley, okay? Axiom, very speedy boy, is next up. Probably gonna be the fastest in the Rarity, maybe, unless Rey Mysterio's in it. Alexa Bliss, my favorite image, and absolute barnstormer. Terribly disrespected at Elimination Chamber. I expect much better, but WWE aren't going to treat her right, but at least we have a great image of her. I cannot wait to see the Rarity when it is fully done, and the new event mode, LTE, that's going to be covering the entire time. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and like I said, one like to pray for Paddy's sanity, and subscribe to the channel. Comment down below what you think my freebie is going to be and which one of these images is your fave. Until next time, I've been JB. You've been awesome. Check out the latest video that covers off all the codes and cards you need before the new Rarity hits. Or check out the most recent video on the channel, or hit my face gently, okay, if you want to subscribe. And I'll be seeing you later. Bye.